Hi, welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for Season 2 of Pacific Rim The Black. It's been a little while since we had the first season, so if you need a reminder as to what's happened, I'll leave a link to my review for Season 1 up there. But this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I'm going to talk about whether it is as good as Season 1 or better. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favourite character from this animated series? But for now, let's jump in. Siblings Taylor and Haley still hope to reach the safety of Sydney aboard the Atlas destroyer, the scaled-down training Jaeger left behind when Australia was evacuated. With teenage assassin May and the mysterious human kaiju hybrid boy joining Taylor and Haley, this makeshift family must cross a dangerous territory controlled by the bloodthirsty cult sisters of the kaiju. Okay, once again, there are 7 episodes. We didn't know until right now, until we got the screeners from Netflix. Thank you very much. So 7 episodes at about 20 minutes a piece if you take it out, and it's definitely an easy binge. It's also definitely following the same dark theme that they had in Season 1. It's one of the things that I was really surprised by. When I first looked at the trailer or watched the first couple of episodes, I thought, this is just going to be a kid-friendly animated series in the world of the Kaiju and Pacific Rim with the Jaegers. It wasn't that. It was dark from the get-go. It just happened to revolve around young teenagers and then a few monsters and then a few Jaegers and then a few other things going wrong the whole time. And it was basically an adventure of just seeing whether they can survive from one moment to the next. Literally didn't know if they were going to survive. And at the end, we see Boy, at the end of Season 1, we see Boy who is changed into his monster, his kaiju form, and we didn't know what was going to happen. That's how they left us. So we come back, we start from that moment, and then we see this makeshift family trying to survive to get to that Sydney MacGuffin in the sky that could be their redeeming way of finding a life that isn't always surrounded by monsters trying to eat and kill them. That is the storyline. So because we have that intense journey that continues, and now we have these bloodthirsty sisters that want something to do with Boy and their cult, we have a double, it's a double intensity. The thing is, it doesn't let up on its sadness and its darkness throughout the 7 episodes. There were moments I was really hoping for some sort of levity, and you don't really get any sense of fruition or feeling good about what they're going through until the last few moments, and I won't go into any of that or what happens or who survives. Just know that because this is the final season, they've finished the story. I don't know that we're going to get any more. All bets are off. All the characters, or any of the characters that you thought might survive, might not survive. There's going to be characters that'll probably lose along the way, and a few other characters coming back from Season 1 that you might not have expected to come back, and who knows what's going to happen with them. The animation was one of the things I was worried about in Season 1, but I have to say the 3D, 2D, CG animated style seems to work really well with the vibrancy of the color palette, with the Jaegers being various colors, with also the kaijus, from whatever categories you're getting, from the little kind of dog lizard Pandora-esque ones, those panzers with many arms, to the many higher categories that you get. All very great in character design, but because they're so big and bulky, this style of animation seems to work quite well when they're fighting a Jaeger. We also have some other Jaegers kind of shown in this, which I was glad they kind of mentioned it. It's almost separate from the other Pacific Rim films, but it is kind of mentioning or harking back to what has happened. But it is its kind of its own controlled story, which is a nice way to do it. It's not denying the fact that there has been others before, but kind of including it, saying, yeah, there is, but this is our story. And I think that's probably the smartest way to go. The voice acting, once again, fantastic. Characters pick up those emotional beats really well, inflections and tones of stuff that they're going through constantly in each episode. There's enough jeopardy for you to be on the edge of your seat. I think this is going to appeal to animation lovers, those that love this world, that just wanted more of it. I love the first Pacific Rim film. I thought the second one was okay, not great, but this is a really great way to go with the kind of kaiju creations, great score, bringing back that theme, that original theme, kind of putting it in there and doing its own thing, then having a really intense story, driving us always forward, wondering who's going to survive, because this is the last episodes we're going to get from this particular story. And just in it on the adventure. I think it is a proper adventure, but I do think if you're watching this with little ones, it's pretty dark. You may want to be there for them if they're like, I need a break, and watch an episode of, Hellboy or something, probably lighter than this. Because there isn't like red blood, they can show monster blood. So there is some like brutal moments or stabbings and things but you see like monster blue blood or green blood or whatever blood, and I think they can get away with showing some of the brutality that way, because it's animation as well. Sometimes you can get away with showing like the darker sides of the fight rather than cutting away from it all the time, which some things tend to do. You show it because apparently alien blood doesn't matter. As long as it's not red, it's fine. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm going to give this 4 Nicolas Cages out of 5. Let me know how excited you are about the second season. What did you rank the first season? Who's your favorite character? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, we have a Patreon. I'll leave a link down below. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long on Tuesday.